You want to know the truth? It'll be like Detroit. Our whole country will end up being like Detroit if she's your president.
It's a state case. He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system.
Think you can come up with a better Trump insult than Robert De Niro? We dare you to try. This Hollywood legend just schooled us all in the art of the political put-down. From punk to national disaster, De Niro's got the game on lock. But hey, if you think you've got what it takes to out-insult the master, bring it on.
Would you ever play Donald Trump?
Never. There's nothing about him, there's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see.
Corruption surrounded by corrupt judges and corrupt politicians. Other than that, there's no pressure.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Alright folks, buckle up because we're about to witness a verbal smackdown that'll make your average WWE match look like a tea party. Picture this. Robert De Niro, the tough-talking acting legend, steps up to the mic. The crowd's so quiet you could hear a MAGA hat drop. Everyone's thinking, is he gonna talk about his next movie? Oh boy, were they in for a surprise. Instead of plugging his latest flick, De Niro goes full-on raging bull on Trump. He starts throwing verbal jabs that would make even Jake LaMotta wince.
Create havoc. These are bad people. I know everything they're doing. I know every move they make. I get it. It's tougher. I think it's probably, in many ways, it's tougher on my family than it is in me.
He actually became president. He could have done good things. Instead, he had to do it all wrong.
The actor doesn't just criticize Trump, he demolishes him with words sharper than a New York pizza slice. De Niro's rant gains momentum faster than Trump's golf cart heading towards the 19th hole. He calls Trump a punk, a dog, and a pig. It's like watching a masterclass in creative insults. You can almost hear Trump supporters across the country choking on their freedom fries. But wait, there's more. De Niro's just warming up. He unleashes a haymaker, calling Trump a national disaster and an embarrassment to this country.
The 14th Amendment, though, says that, quote, all persons born in the United States are citizens. Can you get around the 14th Amendment with an executive action?
We're gonna have to get a change.
He's so, as we all know, so narcissistic and self-centered.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt more than a bad spray tan job. The audience is stunned, jaws dropping lower than Trump's approval ratings. As De Niro's words echo through the room, you can practically see the shockwaves spreading. It's like he's taken all of America's frustration, rolled it into a ball, and hurled it straight at the White House. The actor's passion is palpable, his anger real. This isn't just another celebrity mouthing off. This is De Niro, the guy who made You Talkin' to Me a cultural touchstone. The crowd's reaction is a mix of gasps, cheers, and nervous laughter. Some people are pumping their fists in agreement, while others are squirming in their seats, wondering if they've accidentally stumbled into a political rally instead of an awards show.
We've heard you talk about the former president. You have called him a fraud, a con artist. You've said
A lot worse names than that.
So Obama's talking about all of this with the global warming and that, and a lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax. I mean, it's a money-making industry, okay? It's a hoax.
Well, folks, it looks like our favorite orange-tinted toddler-in-chief is about to throw a tantrum that'll make your terrible 2-year-old look like a Zen master. While De Niro's words were still ringing in everyone's ears, Trump was already reaching for his phone, itching to fire back. But uh-oh, someone took away his favorite toy. No more Twitter for you, Donnie Diapers. So what's a grumpy Trumpy to do when he can't tweet his little heart out?
Still just concepts? Do you have a fully developed plan?
Let me explain. Obamacare stinks. It's lousy. If I did it, you would be standing up in that chair shouting at me. And you know what I'd do? I'd say, you got me.
Why? Turn to his own knockoff platform, of course. Truth Social became the stage for Trump's latest meltdown, and boy, was it a doozy. Those stubby fingers of his must have been working overtime, trying to come up with the perfect zinger. Spoiler alert, it wasn't exactly Shakespeare. Trump, in his infinite wisdom, decided that the best way to prove he's not a punk was to act like, well, a punk.
Brand of BS.
I think of how absurd it is, and this might be the one case where that could be it for him.
Hillary Clinton, oh, she's crooked, folks. She's crooked as a $3 bill.
You should lock her up, I'll tell you.
Lock her up is right. For what she's done, they should lock her up.
He fired off a series of posts that would make your drunk uncle's Facebook rants look like Pulitzer Prize material. The highlight? Calling De Niro low IQ Bobby. Really, Trump? That's the best you could come up with. I guess when your vocabulary is limited to tremendous, huge, and covfefe, you've got to work with what you've got. But here's the kicker. The more Trump ranted and raved, the more people started paying attention to what De Niro actually said. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. You know you should look away, but you just can't help yourself. Trump's reaction was turning into a real-life example of the Streisand effect. For those of you who didn't major in Internet Drama 101, that's when trying to hide or censor something only makes it more popular.
You want to know the truth? It'll be like Detroit. Our whole country will end up being like Detroit if she's your president.
It's a state case. He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system.
During his presidency, Trump averaged 18 tweets per day. That's right, 18. The man tweeted more times in a day than most people change their underwear. And now, without his Twitter megaphone, he's like a fish out of water, flopping around on Truth Social, gasping for attention. The more Trump reacted, the more De Niro's words spread. It was like watching a game of telephone, but instead of the message getting garbled, it just got louder. People who hadn't even heard De Niro's original comments were now Googling them, eager to see what had gotten the orange turd's knickers in such a twist.
Potentially facing some consequences because, as you've said before, this guy's a con artist and he's gotten away with it for years.
I'm not calling him, I'm tired of calling him names.
And it's bull. It's bull.
When does bull?
I think it's all bull.
I got indicted more than him.
On bull.
Well, folks, it looks like our favorite tough-talking actor just schooled the big orange baby in the art of verbal smackdowns. But here's the kicker. When celebs like De Niro go all political on us, it's not just for giggles. These Hollywood heavyweights can actually get people fired up about the important stuff. Think about it. When De Niro drops those truth bombs, it's like he's handing out free tickets to the Wake Up and Smell the Democracy show. Suddenly, everyone's talking politics at the water cooler, and Trump's Twitter fingers are working overtime. It's like watching a real-life soap opera, but with way more consequences for the country, yet
I don't think they really understand. And historically, from what I see, even in Nazi Germany, they had it with Hitler.
How has your life changed over the last 3 weeks?
It's incredible, and we are very, very busy. The life is...
So next time you're feeling all hot and bothered about the state of the nation, maybe channel your inner De Niro. Just remember, unlike our dear leader in his fancy golf pants, it's better to have some facts in your corner than just a bunch of hot air. Who knows, you might just inspire a movement, or at least a really spicy meme.